Good morning, Meshach. It's Thursday, December 16th. As this project draws to a close, and with it the year, endings have been on my mind. 6 months from now, I'll be done with college, and as college ends, friendships will end, jobs will end, projects will end. As I've thought about it, though, it has occurred to me that, like many endings, the end of college has proved less final than I always imagined it would. When my sister graduated college, I imagined she would disappear into some corporate office never to be seen again, that she'd be too grown up to talk with me, and that I wouldn't understand her problems. Well, I was wrong about all of that. She disappeared into a corporate office for all of 2 minutes. I still see her all the time, and she has the same problems we all do. She gets lonely and scared and confused. The same will likely be true of my college experience. The book of life has no chapters, and sometimes it's hard to keep track of what is an ending and what is a beginning. Today, I was discussing endings with Andrew, whose knowledge of fine art is equal parts obnoxious and profound, and which is also hopelessly unacademic. He told me about a painting by Paul Gauguin titled, "Where Do We Come From? What Are We? Where Are We Going?", which depicts an island landscape populated by several women, animals of different sorts, and a sculpture. The painting's primary subject is a woman who can be seen reaching above her head for a fruit. On either side of her are members of her community, an infant being cared for, an elderly woman holding her head, and a child eating a fruit identical to the one being picked. The painting uses a variety of colors, but is dominated by hues of blue, and is recognized by art historians as Gauguin's finest work. Gauguin himself famously agreed with that assessment, saying of the painting, quote, "I believe that this canvas not only surpasses all my preceding ones, but that I shall never do anything better, or even like it." I don't know anything about Gauguin's other pieces, but I do know that it would be hard to exceed the alluring beauty of this simple painting. I've not known this piece for long, but I've already fallen in love with it, and especially with its title. According to a 2007 article written by Boyle Turner, Thaddée Nathanson once described the meaning of the painting as obscure, but on my account, it's clear as day. The painting doesn't depict answers, it depicts questions. Even if one could declare the painting's meaning with absolute certainty and explain the cycles depicted in the painting from life to death, from young to old, from light to dark, even if one could make sense of the painter's choice of color and the brushstrokes he used, the questions would still remain. Where do we come from? What are we? Where are we going? Meshach, I don't know where we come from, I don't know what we are, and I definitely don't know where we're going. But Paul Gauguin demonstrated that the questions themselves can be beautiful. So, as we near the end of school, of our time together, of this project, rejoice with me in the splendor of unknowing. One last thing I should mention. According to several biographies of Gauguin, after completion of Where Do We Come From, Gauguin was so sure that he had completed his finest work that he attempted suicide by ingesting large quantities of arsenic. He survived the attempt, but he spent the next few months in recovery. It seems that even Gauguin didn't have answers. Meshach, I'll see you tomorrow.